Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here, your source for gaming, tech, emulation, and open source news. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, we're talking about PlayStation 4 emulation with Shad PS4, and Shad PS4 just got a brand new update. They've just released version 0.6.0. So with this new update, there's a whole bunch of fixes, improvements, and brand new features. For example, here I'd say this is a nice quality of life feature. They've added the ability to change save data path. There's improvements here in shader recompiler, and they've implemented motion controls. On top of that, a number of new games are now listed as playable. If you are curious about this, if you wanted to learn more about it, like everything we talk about, links are in the description below right at the bottom. I do recommend checking out the compatibility tracker just to see what the status is of possibly some of your favorite games. Additionally, I recommend checking out their Discord, specifically the Showcase channel if you're interested in learning more about Shad PS4 and seeing games in action and seeing what games people are testing. You can get a good idea of what's working, what issues are present, and what progress is being made. And speaking about progress, next up we're talking about Nintendo 64 emulation with Gopher64. Gopher64 is an N64 emulator written in not Go, but Rust, and Gopher64 just got a brand new update to version 1.0.0. This emulator has been extremely active in terms of developments. It's been getting updates almost every single day, and now that we're at version 1.0.0, it's considered a stable release. The developer says, "This is the version 1.0.0 release. I feel that the emulator is a good point in terms of compatibility and performance. Please give it a try and let me know about any feedback that you have." And there's also a Discord link. So again, if you like getting involved with communities and learning more about projects, the Discord may be the way to go. This one is available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Next up, we're talking about MAME, which stands for Subscribe to Mr. Sujano, or Multiple Arcade Machine Emulator, depending on how you wanted to interpret that. Anyways, MAME just got updated to version 0.274, and there's quite a bit in here. First and foremost, and this one is pretty big if you're on an older CPU and you're using Windows. If you are using Windows here moving forward, and including this release, MAME requires a CPU with x86 64v2 functionality. Additionally here, MAME has introduced a 64-bit ARM v8 recompiler backend. They say they've tested it with macOS, Linux, and Android, and it does provide quite a bit of performance improvement. On top of that, they say they've taken a few steps along the road to emulating the first generation Power Macintosh systems. On top of all of this, there's a whole bunch of bug fixes, a bunch of new working systems, and even more. MAME, like every single month, the developers here have been very busy. And speaking about busy, next up we're talking about the Video Game History Foundation, which just launched its online digital library. It's worth mentioning the digital archive is currently in beta. It will get updates and will improve moving forward. It does have to start somewhere. But there is quite a bit already to go on and explore and have some fun with, and I do recommend checking it out. And speaking about checking stuff out, next up we're talking about Crazy Taxi, and some Dreamcast prototype footage of this game has appeared online. It's from 1999, and if you take a look at the camera here, it looks very GTA-esque. If you are curious about Crazy Taxi and the prototypes and wanted to learn more about it, there's a very interesting article and very informative article over on Sega Dreamcast Infogamespreservation.com. There is quite a bit in here. Now, I don't know about you, but I think it's pretty cool to see stuff that what possibly could have been. Prototypes in games sometimes are super interesting, and the overall game vibe would have been completely different. Either way, let me know your thoughts about the GTA, the old school GTA camera style potentially happening in Crazy Taxi in the comments below. And speaking about stuff happening, next up we're talking about stuff that isn't happening, not anymore. It appears that Deadrop has been canceled and Midnight Society is shutting down. Here is their announcement. Today we are announcing that Midnight Society will be closing its doors after 3 incredible years, with an amazing team of over 55 developers contributing to our new IP Deadrop. Last year there was a bit of controversy surrounding this game and this studio because of Dr. Disrespect and all of the tie-in. It does appear they've split with Dr. Disrespect, but the studio has ultimately shut down. And speaking about surprise announcements, and I'd say this one is possibly a little bit more positive, we're talking about Netflix and WWE 2K and also mobile. And it appears there's going to be a brand new WWE 2K game headed to mobile. Unfortunately, we don't have any gameplay or really anything like that just yet. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm hoping it's going to be good, but at the same time, it's been a while since there's been a WWE 2K game on mobile. This is exclusive to Netflix. It will be released in fall of 2025, and I'm hoping we're going to see some game footage at some point throughout the year. Let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments below. And continuing to speak about announcements, next up we're talking about Summer Game Fest, which just announced they're going to be live in June this year. Unfortunately, I don't have full details as to what exactly is going to happen with this event and what's going to be announced. I'm assuming, though, that there are going to be leaks as time gets closer here and, well, things start to get unveiled. We'll have to wait and see, but almost every single year there are leaks surrounding this event and what's going to be announced, and I think the leaks are half the fun. I could be wrong with that one. Well, not really. It's my own opinion, but maybe your opinion's a little bit different. Let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments below. Next up, we're talking about Minecraft, and it appears that Minecraft is getting some more updates. Now, previously we had talked about some pigs getting some new skins, and I think we talked about biomes and stuff, and it turns out here that, well, cows are also going to be looking a little bit different, or at least have more variants. And there's also a brand new firefly bush. Now, I know a lot of people play modded Minecraft, and this may be a nothing update, but there are a lot of people who still play the vanilla version, and having these updates I think are pretty cool. I like the overall looks of this, I like the overall variety, and they're even saying here more ambient desert sounds. They state that these changes will be coming to testing soon on Bedrock Beta and Preview. Next up here, take this with a bunch of grains of salt. It was previously rumored that Demon's Souls and Gran Turismo 7 were headed to PC. And now it's rumored that Demon's Souls and Gran Turismo 7 are no longer headed to PC. So if you got excited about the rumor, now you may get not excited about this other rumor. It's a rumor about a rumor, I guess. We'll have to wait and see on this one, and the source is a post over here on Icon Era. It could be real, it could be fake, who the heck knows? And Demon's Souls was a part of the whole NVIDIA leak a while back, and a lot of people were expecting it to hit PC. I think Demon's Souls would make a lot of money for Sony, but who knows? Here we'll have to wait and see on the whole thing. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. We talked about a bunch today. Feel free to discuss anything we talked about in the comments below. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button. Check out my other videos. Don't tempt fate. Save your state.